Hello there everybody and welcome to part 61 of Final Fantasy VII. So on the last time with Final Fantasy VII, we were able to find out that Holy stops Meteor. But as we came to this conclusion, Diamond Weapon was proceeding to attack Midgar. Shinra was able to stop it, but at the cost of the president. However, we also found out soon afterward that Hojo was operating the Sister Ray for a second shot, which will cause a complete meltdown of Midgar and it will explode. So, let's do this thing. Let's save Midgar. It probably isn't a bad idea for you to also make another save slot at this point. I can't apologize to you enough. If I was a better person, none of this wouldn't have happened. I wonder why Hojo performed so many of those experiments. Why couldn't he content himself with quiet research? I wonder why indeed. Hojo, what a queer fellow. Such utter lack of scientific talent compared to the genius of Professor Gast. Lucrezia chose him in order to protect him. Now I understand. But even if Vincent's not doing anything in the story, he's cool. This running back and forth is tough. Even my bikini goddess should be panting about now. You won't know that unless you looked at the side of the ship. Coming and going, getting pushed around. But I got a debt to all of them Midgar that I can never repay. It's alright. You're here. Everyone's all together. Together we can do anything. We worked this hard already. Let's get our good friend, the level 14 Limit Break pilot, and head straight for Midgar. We've reached Midgar. Even when we get there, Midgar's under martial law. There'll be no way to slip into the slums. Looks like all transportation from the slums is cut off. Hey! What do y'all think we have the Highwind for? Where are we now? Huh? Where are we? If land's no go, we'll go by air. Okay then, we'll parachute into Midgar. We can change up our party members if we want to, but I'm good with what we have right now. Besides, there'll be opportunities to do it. Here we go! Heidegger is going after you all. That's why it's dangerous out there. Let's go underground. Yeah, after coordinating a sick drop like that, let's do it. What better way to go into Midgar than by parachuting in? That's epic as hell. I have an old score to settle with Hojo, so let's go. Yeah, let's get this over with. It may sound strange coming from me, but it feels good being back at Midgar. Makes me kind of sick. We sure got to know the Midgar underground. This is where we go in. Please, hurry to the Mako cannon. Good. Good stuff. All right, let's go. We're in a completely different part of Midgar. And as such, no better way to bookend than by having the very first song that we've ever heard play as our backup. Unless it's in battles, of course. The Crazy Saw and the Cromwell are our first enemies here today. And they're no different from your usual enemies, unless of course one of them confuses you. Yeah, I believe it's the Crazy Saw that actually did it. But the Crazy Saw does have the ability to confuse, so yep, that's the thing. The contained material leveled up, and we finally have access to Flare, which will definitely show off on the next fight. And here we go, against the manholes. So what better way to test it than this? And looks like we're gonna miss. It's basically a game of whack-a-mole with this one. Even if it missed, Flare still looks pretty cool. But not to worry. If you have multi-target attacks, then everything should be absolutely no problem for you. The only thing, though, is they don't really give out all that much in the way of experience and AP, unfortunately. So, as unfortunate as that is, then that's just going to have to be the reality. You can get an 8-inch cannon from the Cromwells. Yes. Can't believe I pronounced it like that. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. You can get a Mega Elixir from that chest right there. This is basically your one and only opportunity to explore the Sector 8. So, yeah, just try to get every single item that you possibly can. Alright, next we go. You know what? This is the beginning of a new meme here, since basically every limit break is laser beams. Then we're gonna do this.
That's right, this is what you get! My super laser piss!
What better way of showing off our gratitude to the great Eggman than by, you know, utilizing his most famous quote. Take this, my super laser piss. Yeah, bro, yeah. Alright, so this section of Midgar is pretty interesting. Yeah, it's pretty interesting how we can actually go back and explore Midgar like this. I mean, random encounters aside, which is blah. Yeah, it's pretty interesting to be able to explore it like this. Wait a minute. Where is the 8-inch cannon? What does... It's probably like a battle item or something. That's probably it. Yep. Explosive damage against one opponent. So it's basically a more powerful grenade then. Alright, so let us do everybody a favor and climb up the ladder. And once we reach the top, we get the Aegis Armlet, which is an accessory. It has pretty good defense, all things considered. However, in terms of physical defense, it's not that good. So really only use it for opponents with magic-based attacks. Also, it may not be a bad idea for you to equip yourself against statuses. It's not going to be immediately apparent why, but just saying. Back to where we started. Make sure you get every treasure chest along that main path, that first pathway. Just make sure you do that. Oh, hello. Hello. Behemoth. A famous Final Fantasy enemy. So, remember how I said that you don't have to worry about enemy skills for a really long time? Well, the Behemoth has an enemy skill. But don't worry. The Behemoth doesn't have an enemy skill that you don't already have. I believe the enemy skill is question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. So if you already have that enemy skill, don't worry. Otherwise, the Behemoth is... Oh god, it has flare. Yep, that it does have flare. I'm gonna die. Yep, Vincent's gonna die here. Oh no, Vincent died here. Oh no, that's very stinky and poopy. And it's dead, thank god. Yep, the Behemoth has question mark, I believe. I'm gonna check to make sure if that's right, of course, but anyway, make sure you get all the treasure chests on the first pathway, because now there's no way for you to get back onto the first path. Yep, I was right. So, yeah, if you're worried about getting the enemy skill from the Behemoth, first of all, what? Second of all, yep. I mean, this is basically the only place where you can actually fight behemoths, but as for the enemy skill, the jerseys already have them, and there's no way you can miss that enemy skills. And wait, yeah, no, a question mark isn't an enemy skill that's missable, so don't worry about question mark, question mark, question mark. But however, worry about the behemoths though, because this is your one and only chance to fight them. Over here, you can get a Starlight Phone for Kate Sith. And over here is a chest for an elixir. Elixir, yes. You know what this area might have been an inspiration for? Like that one chapter in FF7 in the remake where the journey to the sector, which sector was that? Oh man, I can't remember what sector that was. Which reactor? The second reactor that Cloud, Tifa, and Barrett blow up. Basically, it reminds me a little bit of the journey to that. The Max Ray is a weapon for Barrett, I believe. Yes, it is. Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of that. I'm just trying to say it reminds me a little bit of that with how you can get around by just sliding around. You get around these construction shit. You don't have to solve any light puzzles though. I am so glad I bought so many high potions. I don't really feel like wasting my X potions. Ever. Because I just don't feel like it. That's why I bought all those high potions for, just restoring them in a jiffy without needing to use cure at all. I'm sorry, buddy. But you're about to get decimated.
He fucked my wife, so guess what? I'm gonna fuck the earth. That's right, this is what you get. My super laser piss. Except I'm not gonna piss on the earth. I'm gonna go higher. I'm pissing on the moon. How do you like that, Obama? I pissed on the moon, you idiot.
Rip that behemoth. It didn't deserve it, but at the same time, it did. I am not sorry to that behemoth's family at all. And now I'm sounding like a dick. Where is... There's our tent. Don't really feel the need to save on my main right now because we have a save file just for that. Haha. Fools! But anyway, yeah, that was Bahamut Zero. And just like before, with the limit breaks that are lasers, yep, you're going to be hearing laser piss too. Anyway, before going on with our mission, you definitely want to backtrack a little bit through the winding tunnels again. And oh, good! I love these enemies. And by that, I mean I really don't like these enemies. Because I believe their names are the Shadow Makers. I just inputted my command, so I can't really check. But the time it takes for you to input a command, or rather, time for them to do their commands, your party's commands, is so slow. And speaking of which, they really like to inflict slow on your ass. So that's incredibly unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. So yeah, it literally took almost a minute for that battle to end. That's why I really don't like going up against those enemies. So, yep. Yuffie learned her mastered lightning materia, so that's awesome. Hello, Barret. Lead this to me! Hurry to the cannon! Alright, just don't shoot me, dude. Alright, so the reason why I'm backtracking here a little bit is the same reason that I did it the first time. It's because there are items along this path. And because I don't want to, wait. You know what? You know what? That sounds about right. And no, they're going to die right here and right now. And oh, Vincent was confused. Of course he was. And yep, I was right. They're called Shadow Makers. And because I don't want to waste your time, we're going to speed up that little trip. Because that's just how we do things around here. Jesus Christ, over 700 damage on Magic Breath. Holy shit. That's awesome. Alright, so as not to waste your time, we're going to speed up. And we're going to do this. Moving right along, dug-a-dunk, dug-a-dunk. Yes, indeed. So, I believe this is the first of many. A power source. Yeah, you can basically see that these backgrounds don't ever change at all. Never change, Midgar, never change. A guard source. Here's red. I like how everyone's just sort of spread out. I smell it. The cannon's not this way. Ignore him. He's fine. We're all fine. Over here in these chests, you'll find a mind source and a magic source, which is why we're going to put them on to Cloud straight away, because he's the main character. And because of that, he has to be in the party at all times. God, why doesn't Final Fantasy VII learn? Doesn't matter anyway, because this is a dead end. And your reward for going out of your way is the W item materia, which is our first introduction to the W series materia. The W item materia allows you to use 2 items in a row. So it's pretty much just like with the double cut materia. Except for the fact that if you level it up, it will duplicate into the W materia will become a master materia. So, whoops. Can't really have everything you want, am I right? Might not be a bad idea for you to also save and make a separate save point also. Oh no! They're here! What are we going to do? I think we can ignore our orders now. Elena, don't act so weak. We're Turks, Elena. Yes, sir. You're right. Come on. We got work to do. I didn't mean to speed up there. I was trying to turn it off. I'm not really up for it, but our orders were to seek you out and kill. Our company may be in turmoil, but an order's an order. That's the spirit of the Turks. Believe it! I'm way too stooped in puberty to mimic Naruto. What are you doing? Let's go! You have a choice here. The fact that you have a choice means that you've done the Wutai side quest. So you can either choose to fight the Turks or decline the fight. You know, we really are in a hurry, so let's not fight. We need to conserve our strength. What is that? Pity? Don't think the Turks are fools. Wait, Elena. Reno, you're not disobeying, are you? Shinra's finished. It's come down to this. Rude? Elena, you were a great Turk. Farewell, if we both survive, and our lives are spared. Remember the spirit of the Turks. Our mission's over. Because you and the Turks teamed up to save Yuffie and Elena, they basically did you a solid. Which I think that's pretty cool. I wish that were canon. Let's do it! I know we have a weird relationship, but we have to end this. Like Turks. One more fight with the Turks, and we finally get to fight Elena. So, each of the Turks are going to resist an element, so don't even think about using magic breath. So, we have, all at the same time, Reno, Rude, and Elena. This time around, Rude is actually really, really tough. Like, seriously, seriously tough. His punches can actually do a whole lot of damage, like almost to killing point. But here's Dragon, by the way. Look at that. Isn't that just so cool of him? I also brought Sid along because, well, hey, he's got to have some screen time. I want everybody to shine in these last 3 Midgar boss fights. Other than, beyond the usual stuff, oh wow, this is going to be a really hard fight. Yes, it does. Beyond the usual stuff, Elena is actually kind of unique in that respect, being that she is one of the few only fights where she actually changes rows. So, depending on, depending on the fact that you hit her, means that she potentially changes, you know, rows. And also, see, look at that. Root's punches, they hurt a lot. They really, really do. And I really, really want to steal from... I really want to steal from Elena because she has an item. Like, God, why? Why do I have to steal from Elena? Why? Oh my God. This is gonna be incredible. This is gonna be an incredible fight. Of course not. Why can't I ever get my way? The Minerva Band. Okay, good. And also somehow I didn't follow my own advice and opted to use Magic Breath on all of them. Why did I do that? I'm so stupid. Yo, that hurts. And here we go.
That's right, this is what you get! My super laser piss!
Oh my God, it did that much damage. So good. They're probably gonna heal up for that much damage anyway, but who cares? Yep. So don't even use Magic Breath. Don't. However, you can utilize Magic Breath or Bad Breath to your advantage. Well, allow me to explain how Bad Breath is probably the best thing ever. So Bad Breath can cause poison. And the Turks are susceptible to poison. So, yep, you can just poison them to death. Here's Hyper Jump. Yeet! There we go. I believe that sometimes it can cause instant death, so that's really good already. Alright, now let's do White Wind. Take that. Look at her! Look at her! God, don't you love Elaine? I really love Elena's in battle model. It's so good. And wait, what did Yuffie do? What did Yuffie do? Did I already? Okay, good. Thank God. Thank God. I thought under her confused state. Yep. Let's call it a day. That fight is pretty tough. Especially if you're trying to steal the Minerva Band because, oh my God. Why? I question why. Okay, so you have two choices here, actually. You can either proceed on to the left, and that continues on your path. Or you can be a maverick. You can be a flipping maverick. I'm alright. Go to the cannon. You can be a maverick. And go to a dead end. Which, that's very unfortunate. But by going over to the right, you can see that you make your way back to Shinra HQ. Yes, you can actually go back here and get interrupted by enemies, and you're clearly not inside. However, the enemies in the Shinra building are basically the same as before. Nothing's really changed about the random encounters inside the Shinra building. However, what has changed... No, the Sister Ray's not that way! What has changed about the Shinra building is the fact that no more workers are here, first of all. And yeah, that's first of all. Second of all, is the Turtles Paradise newsletter number 2. This is your last chance to go check out this flyer. If you didn't do it, if you didn't know that you can go back to the Shinra building and explore around here at your one last chance of doing it, then the Turtles Paradise side quest is done for you. You technically can do this the first time around. However, this is your last chance to do it. You receive a Master Fist and a Pile Bunker. And those items, they are... I can arrange them by type, They are weapons for Tifa. It powers up when condition changes. And Pile Banger. Tifa and Barrett, respectively. And here's a shop in the Shinra building. However, the items here aren't really so good. It's the usual stuff, of course. However, the usual isn't really so bad, because now I can basically buy up a stock of whatever of those tents that I utilized. And did you know there's actually a third floor to this? Very remote, but here it is. Unfortunately, there's nothing really more to be said. But there is more stuff that you can do. Of course, you can take the regular elevator just by doing it this way. And the elevator lands you on the 59th floor. And here's the best part. We get to take the stairs again, because on the stairs, there is another item that you can get. 3 screens below from where you started, you can get a Behemoth Horn, which is a weapon for Red 13, I believe. Is it? Yes, it is. Of course, we'll check out how that stacks up later. Starting from the 63rd floor, you'll be able to get a glow lance for Sid. Since we have Sid in the party, let's actually see what that does. Oh, now that's good. That's good. We're gonna take that. We're gonna take that. On floor Nintendo 64, you can check the vending machine here. Now we can actually bang on it. Yeah! We can break the rules! We get a mind source and a speed source from the vending machine that we paid 250 gil for nothing. And also we got a Shinra drink from that. But more importantly, in here in the lockers, you can get an HP Shout, which is Kate Sith's ultimate weapon. So that is good. Good beans. I believe that's everything for the Shinra building, which is great, because I never have to think about this place ever again. You can really tell that aside from the stairs, I'm not really the biggest fan of, you know, the design of the Shinra building at all. Like, and I'm talking about map design. Obviously, the Shinra building is a really cool and iconic place. Obviously, like, I'm not an idiot. Like, like, the Shinra building is obviously really cool. I just don't really particularly like going through it, is all. Which is why I'm glad that the remake got rid of all the puzzles, thank God. In lieu of a building tour, if you will. But anyway, we're all done and dusted here. We've made it very, very far into Midgar already. And we're gonna save it. So next time on Final Fantasy VII, we hopefully see the rest of our second visit to Midgar. See you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.